You know what I don't like? So, why don't we talk about some of my favorites? One of my favorite brands that are for the everyday woman is Conair. And guess what? Conair has a relationship with my favorite professional brand. And today we are going to talk about that. But look at this. This is not on wet hair. This is on blown out hair, and we will also talk about the different blow dryers for at home use. Am I using this one in the salon? No, but let's break down the how and the why.
There's no such thing as 4C hair, but if there was, this would be the blow dryer for it. Let's be real. If you have extremely curly hair, blow drying can feel like a whole workout. Your arm's tired, the comb attachment is popping off, or the teeth are breaking, your hair is taking forever to dry, and somehow it's still not blow dried straight enough. This Conair Digital Air is a complete game changer. This comb attachment, it's not going anywhere, and the teeth are not breaking. And most importantly, it's not flying across the room during the middle of your blow dry. You actually have to press a button to release it, so now you can focus on your technique, starting from the ends and working your way up to the roots instead of fighting with your blow dryer. And the motor, it has high-speed airflow, so it cuts your drying time down drastically. But don't just take my word for it. You can look at all the comments on my previous videos and these reviews. They speak for themselves. I know, you don't need another blow dryer, but you need this blow dryer. If you're tired of struggling through your blow dryers, I have this one linked below. Just look for the orange shopping cart.
So first up is Conair. Conair is one of the OGs. And before you go run to Revere, before you go to Dyson, the refrigerator people, not the refrigerator, the vacuum people, and actually both are the vacuum cleaners. Isn't that crazy that both Revere Air and Dyson started with a damn vacuum cleaner? Is that what they think about our hair vacuum cleaners? But anywho, Conair did not start like that. They are going all the way back to 1959. And that is the beginning of the hair rollers and the dryers, because initially the way that Conair was, created, it was through a husband and wife. And initially the husband is the hairstylist, right? The husband was the initial hairstylist, and the wife was like, yes, baby, let's do it. And Ralph was actually a hairdresser, and his wife Mary started Conair in their home in 1959 with the simple idea: make better hair rollers. And that idea started a legacy. You will see here on my channel, I'm not doing the whole black versus white thing. I do not care about race when we are talking about this series. We are talking about innovative tools and hair products that work. If you are a person that's looking for something based on race, this will not be the place for you, because Conair is a hair company. Unlike Dyson that we talked about last time, Dyson is not a hair company. Dyson started off making vacuum cleaners, but Conair has been about hair since day one, and it is not ran or started by engineers. It was started by an actual hairstylist, by an actual cosmetologist. They are the ones who started Conair, right? And this is a hair company. Hair is their main origin, right? And hair is their main expertise. Hair tools are what they want to do. It's not just something they randomly woke up with the idea about, right? So their expertise, it began with hair care, not engineering like other brands did, right? Hair tools came first, and then it still remains the focus. They acquired a couple of other companies, and we'll talk about that in a second, but for over 60 years of hair care and innovation, Conair has remained one of the leading brands within the hair care company, for sure. But of course, as a professional, you cannot, you can if you want to, but it's irresponsible of you as a professional to just use every single brand that's out there. But if you decide that you find a brand that you actually like, then you will end up sticking with it. And I stuck with Baby Bliss, and I know you see where Baby Bliss is. Yes, we're going to get to that. So in 1960, they end up doing and going a little further, right? They went from rollers to blow dryers. Now, they were still in hair. We were doing roller sets. And this is not just for white people. Every race on the face of this earth at one point in time were doing roller sets, black women included. Make sure you check the video that I did the other day that breaks down the history of black hair leading up to right now, right? And like I said, in the 60s, they made sure that they had something where they were doing things where you could have things to take home for at home styling with the piston hairstyle hair dryer, right? And so this one is the one of the first ones, not the first one, but one of the first ones. We're just talking about Conair right now in 1960. And then in 1970, it changed. They just kept getting better. And then in the 80s, they came up with a whole nother one. And then in the 1990s, which is the best year, that's the year I was born, 1990, they expanded the hair care line to not just blow dryers and rollers, but they then went into styling tools, brushes, steamers, and way more. But it was always focused on hair. And then in 1995, Baby Bliss was acquired, and it brought on a way more professional experience, right? Where Baby Bliss was acquired by Conair, bringing professional salons, innovative hair care into the Conair family. So this is where hair care at home hair care met salon care. So when we're talking about the difference between a at-home blow dryer and a in-store a professional blow dryer, that's the difference. Most of the time, whenever we're talking about professional blow dryers, if you are a person who doesn't follow directions, I'm going to tell you to go over to Conair, right? Or if you're not a professional cosmetologist in general, I'm going to recommend you to get a Conair. And that is because it's not a professional blow dryer. It's a little milder. And with Baby Bliss, those are professional products, right? So it's at the levels that we really, really want it to be. So over the years, like I said, in 95, that's when they acquired Baby Bliss. And then in 2000, that's where their global growth came in, and they expanded. And we'll talk about that even more. And then in 2010, this is when they started creating smart tools, and they started developing different technologies and advanced technologies that delivered better heat protection, frizz control, and salon results at home. So again, once Baby Bliss was acquired, Conair blow dryers and stuff, they still made little tweaks and changes to, maybe it's not as powerful as a salon grade blow dryer, but it still gave you the same ultimate result, right? And today you have 60 years plus of hair experience, and they remain committed to the one thing that really matters, which is helping people look and feel their best with their hair. And Conair is a brand that makes safe hair products for at-home use. And this is why the whole conversation amongst Team Natural and everybody else that's anti-hair salon and anti-hairstylist, this won't be the channel for you, because most people are under the impression that a cosmetologist is a person that just constantly just wants you to be booking with them every day. You never have the ability to touch your hair, and that's not true. Most cosmetologists want you to know the proper patterns and routines so you're able to do your own hair at home if that's something that you do desire.
Right? And I didn't use no curling iron. All I used is, be right back. I used this to blow dry my hair and this to like curl the front. I didn't even do the back for real. I just basically used this the whole time, and then used this from my front. This is so good. And I didn't have to use, well, technically I did use heat, but I didn't have to use no flat iron or no curling iron. So yeah. And y'all, look at this body. Oh my gosh. Love it. Oh. It's giving. And you know what? When I went to Decatur and I got my hair done, the guy who did my hair, he trimmed my ends, right? And I just feel like my hair and I think they did a deep conditioning treatment. And I feel like he brought my hair back to life. Hmm. Mm. So I wonder, so I need to start getting my ends trimmed, is what I think. Yeah. Okay, yeah. I just wanted to show y'all. I did a blowout on myself. No flat irons, just like blowout type tools. And I love it.
I want you to pay attention to the place that she's hitting first is her roots. Most likely her hair is already clean. As you can see, her ends already have a curl to them, but most likely she was doing something, sweated her roots out, or maybe when she got up, maybe she sweats in her sleep like most of us do. So she's going ahead and tackling that right before she leaves out of the house. Maybe she's going to work. I don't know what she's doing. She was speaking Spanish in this video, and I don't speak no Spanish. All I can count to is, I think I can count to like 150. After that, you on your own messing with me. But as you can see, she's hitting the roots first because that's her main objective, and then she's going back and refreshing her hair with the round brush, straightening it out. The product that she's using on it is heat protected by Redken, and then she's going through with the round brush. If we can stop demonizing products and demonizing tools, and if we can stop making hair a racial or ethnic thing and actually learn the science of hair, length retention will be so much easier, because blow dryers and flat irons and hot tools are only damaging if you're using them wrong. If you know what you're doing, they bring a lot more convenience than they do inconvenience. And you guys have to understand that most of the damage and most of the lack of length retention is coming from you trying to invent the wheel over and over again. Why are you guys constantly trying to invent new ways to dry your hair when the ways that we have already been proven? Combs and brushes are not the devil. Make sure you talk to me in the comments. Give this video a thumbs up and hype this video now, right now. Hype it up.
Bastante, créanme, pero
So because I knew I was going to blow my hair down here, I ended up buying this blow dryer. The what do you call it? Babyless Pro. Never even used this before, but I'm like, I want a good blow dryer, something that's easy to pack because it's like so easy to drip down. Never used it before, so we about to see. We about to see what it's hitting on. I'm gonna use this. I ain't gonna lie. This joint blow dry the crap out of my hair real quick. And I like how it's not all loud and it didn't feel hot. Like usually my hair is smoking hot. Like I can't even put my hands in it after blow drying a section, but it don't even feel hot. It's like, how did you just do that?
Right? And so how did Baby Bliss become a part of Conair in the first place, right? And like I told you, they were acquired through a certain process, but it wasn't like, oh, they just took it over completely and the Baby Bliss creators and things of that nature have nothing to do with it. No, it wasn't like that. It was literally a partnership. It was like, okay, this is going to be the perfect fit. I am a at-home brand and you are a salon brand. So let's get together and create a really innovative experience where our customers can have both a at-home service or at-home tool and a salon grade tool. And that is why the majority of cosmetologists that use Baby Bliss will say, hey, Conair is really good, or they have a lot that they recommend you to use. Most people, for whatever reason right now, think that all cosmetologists are just hating on, Dyson and Rev Air and all of the things, but we're not. It's bullshit. And as as a cosmetologist, as somebody who loves the hair industry, it is so disrespectful to the greats like Conair, who've been in this business since 1959, for the people who make freaking blow dryers and vacuum cleaners to blow dryers. Why do I keep saying that? For the people who make blow dryers and fans to be like, you know what? I can do this hair stuff. This isn't complicated. You can come in, baby. I could do the hair stuff. This isn't complicated. This isn't a big deal at all. And then here we go in 2026 with every other day, somebody's popping up with some brand new product that was just oh so amazing. But that is not true. These brands are literally iconic and they have been out since before any of you were born. So all of your favorite Team Natural YouTubers and all of the things, everybody that's recommending all of these different brands and products to you, girl, absolutely not. Goodbye. Because Baby Bliss and Conair both had the same exact plan. They had the same exact goal, and that was to make sure that women were not only able to take care of their hair at home, but that the stylist had the right and proper tools. So it's something that was great when put together because, like I always tell you, I know that the illusion that people paint online is that cosmetologists are just so horrible and we don't want anybody to know how to do their own hair. Well, that's not true. Most of us want our clients to have the proper routines and patterns, but most people don't look at it like that, right? So we went through the timeline of Conair, but when you also look at Baby Bliss, you know, it began in Paris. In 1961 is when Baby Bliss started, and Baby Bliss was focused at the time when they were in Paris. It was started by a hairstylist. Again, Dyson and Riviera Air were started by engineers that didn't give a damn about hair. They just saw an opportunity to make some money off of some people that don't think. But Baby Bliss again started in 1961 in Paris by a hairstylist who invented the modern electric curling iron. Obviously, he didn't invent, like, we had Marcel's way before that, baby, and we'll talk about that a whole nother day. If y'all want to, we'll talk about that a whole nother day. And I'm actually really excited to talk about that with Annie Malone, aka Annie Turnbow, and Madam CJ Walker, and all of the things, because I had Annie Turnbow's family, like her blood here on the channel before, and we'll run that back if y'all want to. But again, in 1961, that's where the original electric curling iron was made in Paris. And then between 1970 and 1980, this is when more professional salon tools were made. Baby Bliss became a trusted professional brand in salons worldwide by the 80s. So then by the time we get to the 1990s, they're getting the global recognition. And this is around the same exact time they began getting their name so big, and this is when they had their partnership with Conair, and this is where they united and had so many different innovations because of the expertise that were combined together. And we're here today. So Conair owns brands that you know, that you probably aren't even aware of. So we have Baby Bliss Pro, Conair, Infinity Pro. We have all of these different things. Did you know Got to Bleed, Conair, all of these different brands are all owned under Conair.
Absolutely saying a lot.
So that brand new Conair digital air wand that I told y'all about, that I had my daughter test on my hair, well, she kept it. My daughter is a hairstylist, and I wanted her to try my new blow dryer on my hair, and she loved it so much that she decided to keep it. My child is a true creature of habit, so she likes what she likes, and I was really surprised that she, one, allowed me to try this, and two, she loved it enough to want to use it on her other clients. But I absolutely understand why, because it dries and styles at the same time. It left my hair smooth and shiny, and so it could be used at home and clearly in a salon too. I just want her to give me my stuff back. But in the meantime, I'm going to provide the link for y'all below.
And you know, I'm not using nobody's blow dryer because I am an official Bald Head Gang member, but they also make clippers. Like, what are we talking about? Conair has been around for a long time. They are not like the vacuum cleaner glory hole people. This ain't new, baby. Stop playing with me, okay? Please.
We are doing a fluffy textured blowout look on my natural hair. I've been wanting to do this for the past 2 weeks, but it's been raining so much here. I'm gonna be using this Conair thermal brush. I got it from Walmart. It was like $39. Ooh, I guess. This is definitely gonna take forever, so let me work at it a little bit and come back when there's more progress. Okay, here's what it's looking like so far. I can already tell if I don't put any rods at the end, this is not going to survive. I'm kind of over it. I can't lie. Like my back hurts. C'est long! Okay, I'm like, that gave absolutely nothing. My grandma would say that was not ladylike. I'm sorry. I know that's right. In real life, this looks really good. Show middle part, just for fun. Oh, I kind of like the middle part more. Okay, now I'm doing too much. Bye.
I got mine today and am happy to report that it is indeed amazing. Y'all, I cannot make up how good this blow dryer is. Like, this is the best blow dryer I've ever used. This is the best blow dryer I've ever owned, and I've owned a lot of blow dryers. This blow dryer goes through my hair like butter, my son's hair like butter, my mama hair. Conair understood the assignment and has been on the natural hair side for a minute, but this blow dryer takes the cake. It's linked down below in the cart. I got mine today.
This blow dryer is my favorite. I love this blow dryer, and it's very easy for someone that have 4C hair, like 4C hair. It's
no apologies needed, I've already figured out how to be free now.
it's okay. I can. Ouch.
This is a straightener. It's an attachment that goes onto here. There's a diffuser attachment.
This is a quiet thermal brush, giving you the blowout look without the noise. You can use it on dry hair. Simply brush and roll it in the direction you want.
Good morning, guys. This is part 2 of me prepping my hair for braids, or to get some braids. Okay, so you guys saw how I washed my hair, like detangled it. So now we're just going to do the process.
I got a ridiculous amount of angry comments and DMs from that last video saying that I talked too fast, which also some of those.
One thing I always took pride in was to learn the basics of doing my own hair, and not because I never went to the salon. I love a good salon appointment, but because my ability to show up for my life shouldn't depend on someone else's availability. Learn how to give yourself a blowout. Learn to do a twist out, a braid out, a rod set. Learn how to curl your hair. Learn how to press it safely if that's something that you want to do. Not because every style has to be perfect, but because confidence really does come from knowing you can take care of it yourself, especially when you know you need to show up. There are going to be interviews, weddings, funerals, last minute dinners, networking events, and mornings where your appointment gets canceled or you can't afford it. And life doesn't stop because your stylist had to reschedule or your pocket said that it's not the time. And when you know the basics, you don't panic, you can actually adapt. And to me, That's what elegance really is in real time. Being prepared, showing up, and your readiness shouldn't be dependent on an appointment. Your dignity should not be dependent on an appointment. Your readiness for opportunities shouldn't be dependent on an appointment. And I had to learn this lesson on my own. My mother would always take us to get our hair done when we were younger. She would do great with the braid outs, but when it was time for me to be a big girl and not really wear my hair in braids anymore, she didn't know how to help me. In fact, she was in awe of my skill that I naturally had as a young girl. I practiced, I paid attention at my salon visits, but I knew one thing from jump as a little girl. No appointment is no excuse.
Up your roots, edges, and leave out just got a whole lot easier. Conair just dropped this cordless on-the-go touch-up brush, perfect for travel and on-the-go styling. It's powered by ionic technology, so the brush neutralizes static and flyaways for a sleek, glossy result. And the highest setting is only 360 degrees. Whether you're soothing fine hair or taming these thicker textures like mine, you're not getting fried. And I think my favorite part is this is an on-the-go brush. No cord required. I'm definitely gonna have this link below for y'all.
Right? So to me, this is one of the brands. If I'm ever going to recommend anything to y'all, it will never ever be the Glory Hole. It will never ever be anything by Dyson. It will always be brands that have been around since before any of the people who making YouTube videos were even thought of. Okay, the Conair was around before most of y'all parents were even thought of. Okay. So these are the things that I really want you to think about. These are the things that I want you to be aware of when all of these new brands are constantly trying to come up in your face, because not only did Conair make blow dryers, but they make hair products, scrunchies, clips, clippers, and just like Baby Bliss makes products for men and women. Baby Bliss makes clippers. Conair owns Well or Wale. I don't know how you pronounce it. I'm not a barber, and so I'm not trying to. Crew, have you heard of them? Beard Boss, Curls, all of these things are owned by Conair, and these are the things that I want you to think about. This is solely focused on the hair products that they own. So when we're constantly going over all of these different things, it actually is ridiculous. And you know, Conair, they own some stuff that don't have nothing to do with hair, but they started with hair. That's where they started. And the things within their portfolio that don't really have anything to do with hair, it's very, very minute. Like this grill. It's like, what the hell? Where'd it come from? But it ain't tricking if you got it. You know what I'm saying? So when you go online and we are having these conversations, and when you sit here and you think about it and you see different cosmetologists like me that are so irritated, offended, and disgusted by products like the Rivera Air Blow Dryer or products like the Dyson, it is ridiculous, because everything that I just told you about Conair, as long as this brand has been out, look at their prices in comparison to what y'all are paying for these products. But then black cosmetologists, or just cosmetologists in general, that tell you to buy these certain things, that are sending you Amazon links for these certain products, we're the bad guy by telling you, no, don't go spend your money on this $500 blow dryer. Think about that. Think about that. Why is it that these are the prices for brands that have been around since the 50s, but somebody who just got into the hair industry in 2016 is selling you some bullshit for $500? That Dyson Air Straight is $500. And then you have women in the video like, oh my God, when you go to the salon, they let you use it. Of course they're going to let you use it, because you're going to be like, oh my God, wow. And not only are you going to pay for that booty ass hairstyle that they about to give you, you're also going to walk out paying for that blow dryer or whatever that tool is that they made you so impressed by. You're going to walk out paying for that too. So I need you to understand, whatever tool that Rivera Air, whatever tool that Dyson has that you guys are championing, they got it from here. They could never. Conair has been out since the early 1900s, since the early 60s. So what are we talking about? Can we please stop having these conversations? Because it really gets annoying. When you look at this, right? This is the timeline for Dyson. This is the timeline for Dyson. 1983, vacuum. 1993, vacuum. 2009, a fan. 2016, a blow dryer that looks just like the damn fan. It's a smaller version of the fan. 2018, they copied off of other brands and then got this air wrap styler. And then in 2023, they came out with this little bull crap air straight wet to dry straightener. This is made by engineers. None of these people that created this product have studied hair weathering and what is going to happen to the hair shaft 15 years from now using this product. And there's so many of you that are like, I've been using it and it's good. The product came out in 2023. It's 2026.
Like, I don't even think that first video did this part justice. So let's just take a minute to appreciate this fact. Okay, first of all, very thick, very coarse, very 4C. Okay, I started out with the detangling comb and then I immediately switched over to the hot comb attachment because, as mentioned, these are really the only two attachments I cared about. And for a good reason too. These two are the only ones that I need. Look how easy I was able to glide this comb through her hair. So I'm drying, detangling, flat ironing, hot combing at the same time. Don't sleep on Conair. They got it right this time. Byron.
There's no such.
Bye.
In less than 15 minutes, my entire hair is dried, blow dried, and detangled. All right, I just washed my hair, so let's dry it. I'm using the Conair. It has a button at the top when you want to switch the attachment. So this is my diffuser. I'm not going to be using that. I'm going to use the comb. Line it up. Place it. Detangles and blow dries at the same time. Actually, today, I think I want to dry it in two big sections. This is the easiest time you'll have drying your hair. It's quick. It's not damaging. The handle doesn't get too hot. In the back of your hair, if it's difficult for you like it is for me, easy. You could just do small or you could do large sections. It's still gonna get the job done. Lifesaver. This handle right here, I can hold it at any height without burning myself. You can adjust the settings. And you have attachments to do anything else. I'm gonna link this below for you guys. Definitely check out the Conair blow dryer on the TikTok shop if you don't have it, because I can use this on my natural hair. I can use it on my wig, any style that my wig has.
Byron.
How many times I'm gonna tell you, don't blow dry your hair in one section? We testing out the Conair Infinity Pro on my client. In the first section, we're gonna use the styling pick. I have it on the highest speed, on hot, and then I finish with cold. You see how shiny the hair is? If your hair looks dull and frizzy, you did it wrong. Before I go in with the actual attachment, I hold the hair taut just to keep it in a stretch state. The second attachment is the straightening comb. I like this one a lot. I actually finished up with her whole head with this one. I think this attachment straightened the hair better and it went faster. This is the foundation for a silk press. If it don't look like this, start over. Take your time, girl. How many times am I gonna tell?
Okay, so I need to know who decided 410 degrees.
If your blow dryer isn't giving you consistent results, you need to go ahead and think about getting this Conair Infinity Pro Digital Air Wand. When I say the results speak for themselves every single time, this blow dryer has yet to let me down. I've had this blow dryer for over a year, and when I say every single time I blow dry my hair, I know that I'm going to get a beautiful blow dry. It literally takes me about 1 to 2 minutes for each quadrant of my head to get blow dried fully. I do like to take a little extra time since my hair is colored now, but the results never vary. It's linked.
You might as well have been using the product for 2 days. Hair weathering takes anywhere between 6 to 25 years to show up. And when everything pops off, and when this new legion of women pops off with all of this damage, I don't want to hear anybody say anything about it. I don't want to hear anybody say anything about it, because contrary to popular opinion, Black women's style throughout the decades between the early 1900s and 2026 now today has evolved and changed. And Black women have never been shamed of who they are. They've never shamed each other for the way that they wear their hair until we get to about 2010. That's where the shame begins. That's where it is now. And here in 2026 and beyond, I will not stop until I return us back to who we were in the early 1900s. Who we were, how we carried ourselves, how we looked. Look at how we were in the 1940s. We would never walk outside with a bonnet. If we didn't feel like doing our hair, this is how we looked. We were presentable. We cared about how we looked. And we were not demonizing people who caused us or who encouraged us to actually care. We were not. Things like two-strand twists and braids, they were temporary hairstyles. It wasn't the way that we wore our hair every single day. And we didn't shame each other for the different ways that we decided to wear our hair. Baby, take me back to the 1990s with the cute pixies. Baby, take me back. Girl, not how stuff was with girl, the way they were treating Black people. Not like that. I'm talking about the style. Baby, because, ooh, they looking fine. They looking real good, real fine. So let me know in the comments below if you want to see part 2 of this video, and if you want to dive deeper into a couple of things. Let me know right now in the comments, what brand do you want me to dive into next? Because if you were to ask me, of course, my number 1 is Baby Bliss. Number 1. And why do I keep saying Baby Bliss? Lord, that's not how you pronounce it. And even when I try to say it the right way, it comes out as Baby Bliss. I am so sorry. I don't know why. That's not how you say it. That's not how it's pronounced. And that's not how you spell it. But I'm not going to say it again, because Baby Bliss is still going to come out of my mouth. See, watch. Baby Bliss. Did I say it right? Baby Bliss. I think that was right. I think it came out. But most of the time I still say Baby Bliss. But yeah, let me know which brand you want to see next, and we will hop right into it. Thank you so much for chilling with me, and until next time, bye.